Hey everybody, and welcome back to Idiots Reading Comics. This week's episode 63, and we're reading Southern Bastards. As always, thank you for joining us. Go check out our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Go subscribe to us on YouTube at Two Idiots Reading Comics, and listen to us anywhere that you get your podcasts. As always, go tell your friends, go tell your family, get this community as big as we can, and let's always have fun.
And welcome to the best damn book club on the internet. My name's Ryan Talmadge. That's Davis Crocker. And today we are reading Southern Bastards. This is episode 63. And Davis.
Yes.
We're a couple of Southern Bastards.
We are. And I mean deep South Southern Bastards.
Yeah. And I'll be honest, when I looked this book and I was like, I do want to read it, but something tells me it's by a Yankee that is going to just make us look bad.
Yeah.
This motherfucker's from Jasper.
Jasper, right up here in North Alabama.
Yeah, and our artist is from the Carolinas, so
yeah.
they probably know where...
they're on the cusp. You can call them Southern, but they're the Yankee
I
Southern.
mean, South Carolina's in the SEC. That's all we need to say.
Yeah, but I think he grew up in Charleston, North Carolina. Is it Charleston, North Carolina?
I just said the Carolinas. I don't know.
Okay.
But
Either way.
they're the famous basketball rivalry of North Carolina is called not Tobacco Road. That's NC State. And
Yeah, that's NC State.
But still, they have a rivalry that's called Tobacco Road.
Yeah.
So,
I know.
It's super Southern to me. But so glad it's not by some dadgum Yankee.
Sitting in his pot.
Now, if you read this, apparently, if this is about Jasper, that's hit way closer to home than I thought.
It does.
Now,
it does.
for those of you that don't know, Jasper is also like the hitman capital of the world.
Yeah.
Or
then
United States.
Go about 40 miles east, and it's the dope dealingest part of the damn world,
Really?
too. Yeah,
What city
Coleman
is
is.
it? Coleman?
Coleman's apparently the biggest crackdown in the country.
Those are all like less than an hour drive of where I grew up.
Yes.
Which is weird because I was like, this is much more like representative of where you grew up.
Oh, yeah.
More or less.
The way he talks here is much more backwoods Southern like I grew up. I grew up in the burbs. I grew up in BFE.
Now, like in this comic book where they say, "Oh, big old city boy," and they're talking about the city of Birmingham.
That is the best. That hit
They're talking about the city of Birmingham, and I was like, I grew up 15 minutes
outside of Birmingham.
15 minutes outside of Birmingham in the suburbs, and let's be honest, it's not a big city. Like Atlanta's right 2 hours away.
2.5 hour drive.
So, but when you are from the bumfuck middle of nowhere,
BFE,
and your freshman year, you did call us all city boys, and we're like,
yeah.
Let's not act like this is some big city.
Like I called him a city boy, and then some of our best buddies grew up just outside Atlanta, and I'm sitting there going, "Oh wow, we definitely grew up very differently."
Yes, you did. Your family didn't get Wi-Fi until like your junior year of college.
Yeah, we had dial up until like 8th grade, then we just cut internet off, and then they never got service again until whenever. Yeah. Cell service doesn't work out there half the time.
Yeah.
So, put it this way, when you turn the lights off, you see every star at night.
Oh Lord, Jesus, that's cool as fuck though.
Oh, it is. Jealous. It's absolutely amazing. But that's how
jealous
BFE I am, or I was.
So I still can't. It was weird when you did it back in college. I'm like, Birmingham, big city.
Birmingham's big, yeah.
It's like so big it doesn't even have a major sports team.
When you grow up in a town where I grew up, the population was 100 people. To drive 30 miles to my school, where the population of that city, 20,000?
Yeah.
Maybe. My school only had 500 from K5 to 12th grade.
My graduating class was 300.
The public school in the town only had maybe...
What division were they?
They're 5A.
Oh.
But they literally take every student in the damn county.
Yeah.
Minus the two other ones.
And you know what the bad part about this comic book is? I wouldn't picture Jasper. I feel like Jasper is like a big enough city like this wouldn't happen. But it wouldn't surprise me in some cities in Alabama where basically the head football coach of the high school, if there are some cities in this state, and I'm sure some other southern states where
Oh,
if you win enough state championships, they will let you get away with whatever.
oh,
fuck
this
you-
is no, my city was not anywhere near this. It was not crazy like this, but I definitely know some sheriffs and growing up and some coaches that were hot shit like this. That
Oh, yeah.
acted like hot shit like
Oh,
this.
yeah.
I mean, it was
And I definitely know some.
reading this, like parts of this is go, oh god, man. I mean,
The closest thing my towns would get to this is like, if you're good enough at football, they let you get away with some shit.
no, I've known some counties and some schools down south, the South Alabama that pretty close. Nothing at this extreme
Oh,
level,
yeah, no.
but you roll up into the store and you get the first seat, you get the first desk, you get this, you get.
They've
I
got
mean,
your spot saved.
oh, your
and
spot, yeah.
yeah.
And I mean,
You're basically king of that little local
Oh, yeah.
town.
and you this it that part definitely hit home.
Yeah, for sure. And it's for early fans, back when we did 100 Bullets, and we felt like the the dialogue was a little over the top. It seemed like they
Because
watched
were
too much
kinda-
Wire
yeah,
stuff.
Yeah.
Some people may have thought the same thing about this, but I read
Man,
it
I was
like
reading it. I was reading it. Like
I read
would,
that better than I do like novels
Yeah.
and shit like that. I
Because it
understood
was-
everything.
I can't come up with an exact line, but yeah, I was reading
Because it doesn't stick out to you.
Yeah, I
that's
know.
how we
Because I was
talk.
reading it, and all of a sudden I was like, "Man, this is the town hick." Let me go back and look. And sure enough, it's like everything was misspelled. I'm like, I just read that like it was normal English.
Yeah,
It's like
now,
that hit home.
I need you to go ahead and credit these people because I do have
yeah.
a bone to pick with the writer in that motherfucker, Jason Aaron.
Writer Jason Aaron, art and color Jason Latour, letters Jared K. Fletcher, color artist issues 1 and 2 Rico Renzi, editor Sebastian Gerner. Yeah, and that's it. Gerner, Girner.
Now, for those of you watching the YouTube, I'll go ahead and move the mic so you can see my shirt. I'm clearly a giant Auburn fan.
Oh man, I should have worn my shirt.
Yeah, he's a Bama
All tied to the
fan.
day I die.
Fuck that shit. Now, I read the little opening thing because I was like, maybe he'll mention like why he wanted to make it about the South and stuff like that. And I saw that Jason Aaron is a big Alabama fan,
Had Bear Bunt
and then
written on the stick.
He makes the town crackhead / owes everybody money an Auburn fan and puts him in a Cam Newton jersey.
Yep.
Fuck you, Jason
And
Aaron.
he's the first one to die. How poetic.
Fuck you, Jason Aaron. You bitch.
You know how easy it is to plug. Nice little jab at your in-state rival.
Fuck that motherfucker. All that being said, this is actually a pretty good book.
It
Not gonna
is.
lie.
It's
It has like very strong Gran Turismo, the Clint Eastwood movie.
yes.
Has a lot of vibes like that.
Where the Clint Eastwood, the town changes around him, but he doesn't like the way it's changing. So now he's either got to just accept it or step up
do something
and
about
do
it.
something about it. And probably get his ass kicked
Yeah.
in the meantime.
Now the way this ends, shit, I don't
know.
know.
I-
Where the fuck are they going after this? I mean, I guess
The
the daughter could come to whatever county.
I forgot about the daughter.
Yeah,
Because she's over. All right.
she's in the military.
When he leaves, he
overseas.
goes to Vietnam in '72,
Yeah.
and so I guess it's probably early 2000s,
Mm.
and he got wrecked by the coach.
Yeah.
And his daughter's over in Afghanistan. I guess she's in
Yeah,
the
they-
desert in the Middle East, and
He's making these phone calls the entire book, and maybe it's just the trope of like the old man, like these type of movies. I assumed he was talking to like a wife that left him or something like
see,
that.
my first thing is I thought it was the first one didn't understand what was happening. Once he got into it and started telling some of his backstory about his father, I figured it was a child. I thought it was going to be a son, but to have it being a daughter, it works just as well.
Well, when they kept talking about like, just call me back whenever you get this, like, and like he never kept getting calls back, and I was like,
I thought he was estranged from her. Like,
yeah,
talking about he left her and
Mm.
all this.
Yeah.
And then when she calls him back, she kind of, it's like, hey,
she hadn't
Dad.
listened to them all yet.
Yeah, but she knew to immediately call.
But it's because she was
so-
out like doing military shit.
So I would imagine, I don't guess she's estranged. I mean, there's
I don't
probably
know.
some estrangement in there, but
No, I mean, I think after what he went through with his dad, he probably did a pretty good job with his daughter.
they're very
Um,
vague.
But she was like, I think the whole thing was like she was out like on duty
Oh, yeah,
and
right.
wasn't around the phone.
Right.
And then when she finally calls him back, she's like, I haven't listened to all the voicemails yet, but hope everything's going well.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I guess she's gonna come back and
Maybe. Because when you end this, he's late.
spoiler alert, she's clearly not all white. I'm assuming black. But,
there was this one little snippet when, damn, I can't remember, Bertrand
yeah.
was getting the shit beat out of Tubb.
Mhm.
Bertrand Tubb. No, Earl Tubb.
No, Earl is
Bertrand
yeah. Earl Tubb is the main
Tubb
guy.
is the main guy. He's getting the shit rocked out of him. And you cut from this bloody scene where he's getting the shit rocked to these flashbacks. And one flashback is a very beautiful black woman with, I guess, a bra on in his hand, and a white hand is
Oh,
it's
yeah.
slowly. I mean,
I
it's
didn't
not-
look. I remember what page you're talking about. I didn't like go through each one. I was like,
Well, I
think
couldn't
you're
read the screen on the Comixology,
Uh,
so I had to do
I got you.
do the zoom in.
I feel you.
But again, the way it looked, it didn't look like any rape or anything.
Yeah.
It was very looked consensual. And
Yeah.
then I didn't understand it, and then now you have
Good.
the
So
daughter.
now I feel like if we go to volume 2, it's going to be the black
she's
daughter
she's
showing
got
up.
to show up in
And
this
then-
white town.
Yeah, like this.
This is
Probably gonna get
this is every trope that you can think of a southern
Yeah.
redneck hick town. Just
and,
saying it.
I mean, the
it's-
preacher's son has like rebels tattooed across his neck, which
Yeah.
is the name of the football team in the town. But
yeah,
like,
but then
at
also
the
has
same time,
also
like,
has the flag tattooed on
yeah,
his shoulder.
the Confederate flag tattooed on his arm.
It is every southern trope you can imagine
Yeah.
of a small hick town. So,
And if it wasn't coming from somebody from Alabama, I would be a little bit mad. Like, come on, it's not that
well,
bad.
yeah, but him growing up in Alabama,
and he
his
also
first-
probably, I don't know how old Jason Aaron is, but I mean, I imagine he's a little bit older or well older than us. So,
Oh yeah,
which means he may have grown up while it was still like super bad.
I mean, yeah,
but,
but I mean, his first comment or his first line in that little intro
Yeah.
of his, I don't even know what you call that, writers,
like the pre-writing or whatever.
yeah.
Basically, him just
mean-
introducing himself and what inspired him to do this book.
He says, Jason Aaron says, "I love the South. The South also scares the shit out of me."
Yeah.
That's literally the first thing he puts in this comic.
Yeah, he's like, it's beautiful and timeless, but it's also
Yet
stubborn
dirty and stubborn and backwards. And
Yeah.
it literally is everything that you can imagine.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, he put it better than I ever could. I don't have it in front of me, but I would read it, but I don't know. But yeah, so I don't know where the heck they go from here.
I don't either. I mean, you start out really well, and again, it's kind of like we talk about The Walking Dead. It didn't build anything. It introduced
yeah.
you to a lot of people,
Mhm.
the normal town scope of everything, where everybody stands.
Mhm.
Everybody's fears the coach
because he's
because
obviously
he's
does some
running
shady
everything. The
shit.
sheriff doesn't
I mean,
even
he's
want
got-
to do anything.
Because the sheriff used to play for him, and I assume the coach put him there.
Well, yeah,
But I mean, as he's driving into the town, at the beginning, it's like Boss Hardware, Boss Barbecue, Boss, all
now
this
you
stuff.
remember reading it's kind of like Boss Hog in Dukes of
Yeah.
Hazzard, and I'm sure that's kind of
yeah,
where
probably.
they got that idea
Mhm.
from. Now, the dog. What is
Yeah.
up with the dog?
I'm sure there's like some theme or like deep thinking stuff that I just don't catch.
Because
but
it's the same.
I would
dog.
imagine it's like just the meanness of the South. I don't know. Like that's always there. The tension and
guess,
stuff. I don't know.
because and maybe it can be nice on one day and mean on the next. Because
Yeah.
the dog, when you first see the U-Haul and Tubbs driving to
Yeah,
town,
it's just barking.
dog's barking like crazy.
Yeah.
But then you see the dog and Tubbs later, the dog's just kind of
Yeah.
pees on things. The town hates it, kicks
Yeah.
it, and then the dog joins Tubbs in the
Mhm.
fight.
Yeah.
He I don't know if he exactly helps him, but
yeah.
or if the dog
It
just
works
saw
to
a
his-
fight
yeah.
and just wants to fight.
Yeah.
I don't know, but the dog is
Definitely works to Tubbs' advantage though.
for that fight,
Yeah.
not the next one.
Yeah. But well, yeah, it's definitely good. I
don't know where it's going.
You could also like just leave off that part where the daughter is calling him back at the very end, and it could easily just be a like 5-issue one shot. I don't know.
I mean, it was cool, and the whole Southern aspect of it would make me want to go pick up second volume.
Yeah.
But then again, it's not free on Comixology, so and it's $12, $11. And it's kind of one of them things. It's like
there's a lot of stuff I'll read before it.
Yeah,
but if you're looking for something that isn't, if you're like, because this definitely has like modern Western vibes.
Oh yeah.
So if you're looking for something like Gran Turismo, I never saw No Country for Old Men, but definitely I assume, something like that.
You've got the kid that left home to go serve his country, that never wanted to come home because of his father.
Exactly.
He's in it. He's at least in his. He left at like 18
he's like,
to go to Vietnam in the 70s, and this has got to be early thousands, mid thousands.
I think they said he's like in his like early 60s. I think.
Oh shit! So we'd be kind of more
50.
now.
Yeah. I don't know.
And comes home, doesn't care about the town. It's the 40th.
Wants to get out as soon as
reunion.
possible.
So 8, 9, 10, 0. So it's like 2002.
Yeah, somewhere there.
And he doesn't want to deal with his classmates, nothing.
Yeah.
He just wants to get in, get out, and then all of a sudden, this awfulness happens.
Yeah.
And now he's like, damn. His father was the sheriff. His father stood up for everybody.
And kept the town
he's
decent.
Kind of corrupted, backwards on himself. And now he's going to try to take that mantle. Well, if he's still alive at the end of the comic.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, we literally leave him in the street with the new stick he has, and he's got a dent in the side of his head.
Yeah.
I mean, they literally drew a dent in the side of his head.
The fucking coach basically murders him in broad daylight.
But who's going to stop him? Who's going to go?
No,
right.
He runs the fucking town.
And the government's not, and the state isn't going to come in and deal with this small little shit town.
No. I forgot the point I was trying to make, but I mean, like you said, I don't know if I'll go to volume 2, but if that's like, if you're looking for something other than like a typical superhero book, I would definitely recommend this.
It was cool. I'm glad we read it.
Oh yeah.
And very interesting. It's just, again, it's like, what next? Where's it going to go? And you did quite grab me.
No. I tell you one point where the moment I knew where this motherfucker knew what he was talking about being from the South is when they go in, you finally meet the coach and he's in there watching game film. And he's like, fuck, these motherfuckers running the no huddle.
No huddle.
And like, we've got like the one guy who's like very much like here to fucking like, hey, we've got a problem. We need to talk about it. And the other guy hears him talking about the no huddle. And he's like, fuck it, man. We'll just run man to man and get in. We have enough talent on the front line to get pressure, and they're bound to get a couple sacks. We should be able to handle it no problem. We got the more talent. And then like they go from like conversation about, hey, we've got a problem we got to take care of, to
Friday night high school football,
to like, how are we going to stop this offense, back to, hey, we need to kill this guy,
to then the coach going
with like a like without dropping a beat.
Coach literally looks at I think it was the linebackers coach. He goes, deal with it. I've got tape to watch.
Yeah.
And
I was just like, yeah, that's definitely
most,
like,
that's the most Southern Friday night. Like Friday night football in the South is.
And every motherfucker will go into a coach's office and tell them how they would coach it and blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, I mean, it's a scene straight out of Friday Night Lights.
Yeah. I mean, Friday night football, like reading that part and hearing the coach like completely just ignoring the problem to his empire to deal with high school football on Friday night took me back to high school football Friday night. It's kind of how,
like I said at the beginning, like
it is.
You got to start winning some games.
That was the thing my coach.
If you stop winning games,
people
quit looking the way.
Down, yeah.
People quit.
That was the thing my coach used to tell us was there's only two other things in life that's the same as a Friday night football game. Yeah. That's when you get married and when your kids are born.
Well,
I got married and it was.
Was it like that?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
It was better than Friday night, but there ain't been nothing else that's topped it yet. It's marriage and then Friday night games and.
Well, I guess I'll just always enjoy my Friday nights then.
But I mean, it's definitely we make fun. People make fun of the kids that hang around school, like hang around high school and stay in their hometowns. But when Friday night football is all you had, it's hard to leave when that's your life, your blood. I mean,
I guess
that's what he's roped these guys into.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess
he uses the damn players on his team to go inflict justice.
Yeah. Well, go handle his dirty business.
As long as it's not the first and second team, he doesn't give a shit.
Yeah. So basically, the freshmen are out there beating the shit out of people for coach.
That was the other Friday night comment is. Don't use the first stringers. We got a game Friday night.
Yeah, we got
shit.
We got a 2-a-day tomorrow. Don't use the first string. Man.
Damn.
But yeah. Thank God we went to college football because I'm glad I'm not one of those people that stuck around.
Oh God, yeah. If it would have, college football got me away.
Yeah. Imagine if little old Davis from Pineapple, Alabama, Davis Crocker didn't make it to the big city of Birmingham, Alabama. A city you can drive through in 15 or less than 15 minutes.
Yeah.
But that about does it. I think we're on time. Next week is Manifest Destiny Volume 3.
Yeah.
Started making a little progress, teasing some stuff, Davis.
Okay, yeah. Now
started.
We got some talking to do this week. Next week.
Yeah, but until then, hope you all have a good week, and we'll see y'all next Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye.